Behind every good school is a team of good decision makers drawn from the community it serves, the School Board of Trustees.
I don't think a school in the modern era can actually run without an effective board. Schools are complex organisations. We need as much guidance and support and know that people have got your back, and that's your board, more than ever now.
One of the most challenging things for a board to grapple with is disciplinary issues.
Especially when you're so involved in the community and you know the family, you know the child, you know some of what's happening around them. It can be quite daunting to look at it and know that you've got to make a decision based on the information that you've been given.
The Ombudsman provides independent oversight over decisions made by boards.
School boards of trustees are accountable for the decisions they make in governing their school as it affects students. If a parent or a caregiver is unhappy about a decision that's been made affecting them or their child, they can make a complaint to my office.
Many of the complaints received by the Ombudsman are about disciplinary issues and focus on situations where students are suspended, excluded or expelled.
Any decision that affects a student's right to participate has enormous consequences. In cases where I have found the decision is unjustified, I've wanted to move towards a remedy. That might mean an apology, it might mean changing the decision to a different one, it could mean both.
The Ombudsman considers a number of things when investigating a case. He looks at whether a board's process or decision was fair and reasonable, followed the law and any relevant Ministry of Education guidelines, treated people in a way that was culturally appropriate, has taken into account the rights and interests of students, and that the rights of students with disabilities were upheld.
Boards must keep, absolutely, a very clear record of the decisions that they've reached. Some boards of trustees have become seriously unstuck because there is an incomplete or at times no record of the process by which they've come to a decision.
You need to follow process. You need to be able to be guided through any situation. You need to be well informed. You need to inform each other. You need to be able to keep good notes. You need to seek advice if things start to get a bit tough, a bit difficult. Because after all, sometimes dealing with discipline situations is new to everybody.
Boards must consider only the relevant facts. Make sure everyone involved is given the opportunity to comment and carefully consider what they have to say. Decisions must be reasonable and made without bias or predetermination. Once a decision is reached, the reasons for it must be clear. That way people know their concerns have been properly considered. And if they remain dissatisfied, they can then make an informed complaint.
We'll ask questions. Where do we stand? What can we do? What needs to happen? What's the process? There is quite a big thing, but it's not, I wouldn't say difficult. It's just we're trying to do the best we can for that particular kid or family and whānau and our teachers to support them.
The New Zealand School Trustees Association is available to help boards with advice.
As soon as they know that they need to be carrying out a suspension hearing, it's much easier for us to advise boards from the outset on what a good process will look like than to try and unravel things if things go a little bit off the rails at any point further down the track.
The Ombudsman has resources available too. You can look at some of his previous cases on his website. Also make sure you check out the Ministry of Education's Good Practice Guidelines.
You'll make better decisions if you take the right steps. Good decision making is the best way to avoid stressful and time-consuming complaints.